All right, I'm going to share with you an absolutely thought-provoking real life incident. Okay, real life incident that will give you an idea of two different perspectives. Okay, how I got this topic was today. Um, I spoke to a client. I spoke to a client, a premium client, whom I happened to help get a job in a multinational company. Now, the funny thing is, um, this woman, she's working in this company, and I had a client a couple of years before this who also got a job in this very same company. Okay, she also was a premium client. So now I have client A that was before, and now this client B. But it was shocking that the feedback that they gave me, and which I feel would add a lot of value to you. Okay, let me just give you um, a profile, brief profile of this lady. Both were ladies, by the way. Um, so let's call this lady Pat, P-A-T. Okay. Now, this lady had worked with her initial company, the company before this. She had worked with this company for nearly 20 plus years, 20 years of her life. She started at a very low level and she climbed up the ranks till she reached the C level. You know, all the CEOs, CFOs. She was almost like a director, very high profile position. And she had made up her mind this was a company that she was going to retire in. There were just another couple of years left. But then, lo and behold, after COVID took place, they tried to survive, they tried to sustain. It's a multinational company. But even after COVID, the company was not able to bounce back and they had to cut their losses and they had to shut down their operations in many parts of the Middle East and around the world. So when it came to Dubai, they actually completely shut down their operations. And this is where she lost her job. Now, after she lost her job, because she had worked with this company for 20 plus years, she never had to go and apply anywhere for a job. So it was like, testing the waters for the first time. So she tried and she did get job offers, but it wasn't to her liking because she had reached a stage in her life where she clearly knew what she wanted. She knew the package she wanted. She knew what was her worth. But more importantly, she wanted, in terms of going home on time. She wanted to go on time. She didn't want to work never ending hours. And she wanted her 2 days off because she wanted to spend time with her family, her children and grandchildren. Now, she did get job offers. Some where salaries were very good, but she had to work equally, long number of hours. And some of them involved a lot of traveling. So it became very hard for her. Okay. So finally, she got frustrated because, she's not getting what she wanted. So she decided, okay, I'll try service providers. Initially, she tried the ones with suit and tie, the perfect company. They charge hell a lot of money, but she was not happy with them at all because maybe because she was at a very high level, her profile. So, and she was approaching this company. So they were very prim, proper, professional, all the right words. And they were not, they were not even giving her the feedback that was like, as if they were scared, they were giving her very polite and they were trying to please her. So finally, when she realized all of them are singing the same tune, she decided to come to me. And when I did ask her, like, what made you come to me? She was like, you seemed so different. I thought, why not think out of the box? And later on, this she told me. She said, what I loved most about you is you are unafraid to be blunt, brutal, and honest. You didn't care about how I felt. You let me have it, and sometimes the feedback was very painful, but I needed to hear it. And she said, it's only because of you that I changed my approach, which is why it opened a different set of opportunities which were not there. She finally got a job in this particular company, not at the C level, how it was before, much lower level, but it was more relaxed because she had handled this kind of job profile before. And the best part is she got what she wanted. She could go home on time. They would never stop her. And when it came to that, like 3 o'clock, finish, you go home. And 2 days off. Okay. Yes, there are times where she has to work, let's say from home, if it's a budget or if it's something really critical with the higher ups. Otherwise, she always goes home. So she was perfectly happy. So I had called her just to check with her how are things and how's the market and how is this job, because we had a great experience, and she's also wise beyond years, and there's a lot I can learn from her. So we were just talking, had a friendly chat, and this is where she shared something very, very shocking. And what it was, I asked her a question: how is this company? How is the work culture? How are the people? How are the Emiratis? Because she's in Dubai. Um, and what about the office politics? Okay, now before I give you an answer of what she said, many years before this, I think around 5 or 6 years ago, I helped another lady get a job in the very same company, very same, more or less at that level. In her case, it was slightly higher. She was like this lady, this particular lady, Pat, had children and grandchildren. This particular other lady, let's call her Michelle, she didn't have grandchildren, she didn't have children, she was not married, she was single, but she was, both of them were kind of the same age. And I had helped her, also worked with her and gotten her a job. But when I had asked her, how is the work culture? How are the people? How are the Emiratis? How is the politics? She had only negative things to say. She said she was talking about ass kissing. She spoke about, yeah, they don't mind going down on their knees, bending over for the management. There are times where this female will go into this boss's cabin and they lock it. And she used to always tell me these weird ass stories. I wouldn't be surprised if they are fucking each other outside after office hours, and you really have to kiss ass. Oh, the Emiratis, the women are so insecure. They are deep into office politics, and if you're doing better than them, they can't stand you. And why do they get paid more salary? And they're just jealous because they can't tolerate a independent, strong woman. Blah blah blah. She had only negative things to say. Only negative. So obviously, I was like, the work culture is very questionable. But when this client, now imagine her perspective was completely negative. All the people are bad. People are having, inter-department sex. And if you wanted favor, you need to bend over or put it in your mouth or go down on knees and, all that shit. But this particular female who had children and grandchildren and was mature, remember, both of them more or less the same age. She had only wonderful things to say about this company. Yes, there were a couple of sample pieces, and she also was telling me they're very insecure about their job and there's too much of office politics. Both of them were right. Okay. And she also said that these Indians are trying to put on an act of who they are not and trying to please the higher ups. But when it came to Emiratis, she had nothing but glowing review and compliments to give them. They're so kind, they're so generous, they're so polite, they're so giving. When she spoke on, the other one said, you have to work for long hours. This one said, no, I go home on time. Yes, many a times they do ask me, oh, can we have a meeting now? When it's time to go. She told me how she handles them and lets them know that I'm finished for the day. We can only have this tomorrow. And she makes it very clear that if you have to have a meeting, it should be within the office hours and before 3, because that is the time I'm going home. Obviously, if there is something related to budget or something critical, then she does stay only if it's required, others never. And she had only positive things to say about the company, and she had only positive things to say about other people. Yes, she did remark that her colleagues are not perfect. She did remark that there was a strong undercurrent of kiss ass and nobody wants to help you because they're very insecure about their jobs and they just want them to be noticed by the management, which was all same. But overall, she had a very positive and respectful view of the company, and her experience was good. Like I asked her, like if you had to rate this company, I was very surprised that she said, "Loy, it's not perfect, but it's I would give it a 7.5, 7.5, or at times even 8. Just imagine 8 out of 10." And her previous company, she told me it was very high. It was almost 9 because it was exceptionally professional. It was not based in the UAE. While the other lady who was working for the same UAE based company, which is a multinational global design, she gave it a 4. I was like, what? So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is what I realized is any organization, any individual, any person, sometimes it is not if people are bad or good. I think it comes down to you. Are you a good person, or do you have an outlook where you attract good people into your lives, good experiences into your life, and do you know how to manage people? Because if you don't know how to manage people, everyone is bad. If you don't know how to deal with people, everyone is like dumb or stupid. And just imagine two people. One tells me that these Emiratis and locals are highly competitive, highly educated, very strong, while this other female is telling me that, oh, they're just jealous. They can't bear an independent, strong Indian woman. They're very racist, and I guess it's the vibes that she gave that got people to feel like this, because it's very strange. Yeah, you can say that maybe she's working in a different department, she is working in a different department, but remember, it's the same organization and the culture more or less same. Like I told you, there are a couple of drawbacks where trying to impress the boss, or insecure about their job, losing their jobs, or not wanting to help anyone. So, but it's so strange that one person sees only negative while the other person sees only, if not positive, but at least a balanced view. So I thought I'd share this with you with the main intention to make you aware that maybe it's not the others that have the problem, but it is rather you and the lens by which you view the entire world, and how you act, how you reciprocate, and how you behave with others. I thought this would be a learning experience for you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you feel? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? And have you met people like this where one person has only good experiences while the other person only bad? Love to hear what you have to say. Feel free, good, bad, ugly, comment. I'll definitely read it. This is me signing off. Take care.